This is some Noodles production.
What's up? What's going on, guys? Captain Monk here again. This is episode 10 in my series called Road to Gold. In this series, I use every primary weapon from level 1 to 31 until I unlock the gold camouflage. And once I get the gold camouflage, I get a gameplay with it. But on the road there, because this is Road to Gold, on the road there, I collect clips of myself using different proficiencies, camouflages, and attachments. Now, I'm going to warn you guys right now, the gameplay in this episode is fantastic. It is the best gameplay I've ever seen with the KSG-12, and the fact that I got it myself makes me very proud. Alright, let's get right into the weapon stats of this weapon, guys. This weapon is unlocked at level 4. That means you get it as soon as you get created class. This weapon is a pump action shotgun, meaning after every shot you have to pump it. I don't know any other way to explain it, guys. That's honestly the best way to explain it. You'll see what I mean if you use it yourself or just by simply watching the gameplay. This weapon shoots at 65 rounds per minute, meaning that you can tap the trigger on this weapon 65 times in 1 minute. I can't think of a way to explain that either. That's pretty much it. The damage for this weapon is 28 to 15. This means that this weapon will have 28 damage at close range and 15 at long range. Long range not being very far away though, because the shotguns have very limited range in Call of Duty. They will not shoot across the map. I'm not sure exactly how far it is though. The player has to be at the long range for the KSG-12, so I apologize for not knowing those stats, guys. The mag size in the KSG-12 is very good at 12 rounds in a clip, which is humongous. The reload in this weapon is very unique because when you reload this weapon, you kind of chuck shells into the anus of it, and one shell equals one shot, and it takes 0.66 seconds to reload one shell. In this shotgun, there is something very unique about it, and it's not really unique to this particular shotgun, but it's kind of interesting because it has been changed because of a patch that's been released by Infinity Ward. So I'll get into that in more detail, but at this point, in these clips you're seeing here, the KSG-12 shoots 6 pellets and 9 with extended mags. Now I'll get into the patch details later on, but that pretty much sums up the basic stats for this weapon. Now, as you guys can probably tell from just listening to me talk, I am still sick, and I do apologize, guys, for not commentating over my last gameplay, but really, my throat's really sore right now, and it's painful for me to commentate this right now, but I really wanted to commentate this for you guys, so I hope you guys really appreciate that, because honestly, after my last gameplay gained so much hate because I didn't commentate over it, I couldn't let that happen again, so I decided to commentate over this regardless. But really, guys, in the comment section, please answer this for me. Why so much hate just because I was sick? I mean, God, most people when they're sick, they don't post anything, but when I'm sick, I try to post something anyways, and I get hate for it? Like, really? But anyways, alright, this is the gameplay here on Carbon. I'm using the KSG-12 extended mags and damage. Now, I'm going to get into the class later, but right away, I want to get into what I was talking about earlier with the patch. Now, with the KSG-12, at release date, the stats I've listed here for you guys on the early in this video, those are the stats that were basically on release date. But what they've changed is on Xbox, and they're planning to release this on PC and PS3. I'm not sure if it's been done yet or not on PC, but on PS3 it has not. I can guarantee that. But what they changed was, like I said, with extended mags, this weapon will shoot 9 pellets, not 6. Well, on Xbox, they've patched it, so now it shoots 9 regardless whether you have extended mags or not, which was a very good patch, and really basically guided this weapon to be a much better weapon, because it's shooting 6 pellets is not good enough at all. It's completely worthless with just 6 pellets, and you guys will see exactly what I mean by that. When you do not have damage or extended mags on this weapon, it is completely hopeless, and that is the honest truth. But as I'm using it right now with damage and extended mags, is no different than it would be on Xbox, I guess you could say, without damage. So you can see here I get a nice little quad feed, or maybe it was a 5-man, I don't even know. Oh, no, that's a 5-man now. So you can see I'm just completely tearing these kids, so I'm gonna get right into the class now, guys, alright? So, in this gameplay, I'm using extended mags, like I said, because of that, extended mags will give you a 50% capacity boost, I guess you could say, because it gives you more pellets, it gives you more pellets, 50% more. 6 plus 50% of that is 9. So that's that. Right there I failed the Bouncing Betty because I was trying to aim at that guy and I couldn't, and I got out of the way, and the Bouncing Betty and blah 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 blah. It just does not work. I failed. Big whoop. I got my Reaper, so it's all good. But yeah, I'm using extended mags because it gives you more capacity, gives you 50% more shells, that's what I'm looking for, in a clip, and it gives you 50% more pellets as well. So it's a win-win. So you gotta use extended mags to be successful with the KSG on PS3. On Xbox, it is not necessary. I'm also using damage because this weapon already has pretty good range for a shotgun, and the range efficiency pretty much has no effect on it from what I've observed. So I'd recommend using damage proficiency. It gives this weapon a lot less hit markers, and it's really the way to go. My secondary was the Scorpions akimboed, but I didn't really use them ever in this gameplay. Honestly, I did not ever use them whatsoever. But the reason I chose the Scorpions is because when you're playing on a map that has more long range engagements, anything past that range right there where I just got that long shot on that guy is probably Scorpion range. And what you want to do with those is the Scorpions have basically no recoil when you use the akimbo. So what you want to do with those is just take them out when you see a long range opponent and spray them. And you got steady aim on. I'll get into that in a second though. But you got steady aim on, so you can kind of spray them, and it's honestly, you guys, you'll be amazed by how effective it actually is. You can kill guys across the map. Believe me, I've done it before. So that's a good secondary to have because it allows you to be more versatile at any range. You got your shotgun for close range, you got your Scorpions for long range. And then you got your perks here. So sleight of hand, because really there's two options that really make sense on the shotguns. The two options I can really think of right away are sleight of hand and extreme conditioning. Now on a small map, I'd recommend sleight of hand because reloading fast is effective, even though, well, for one, I'm failing right now with the stun grenades. Jesus Christ. Double fail. But the reason you want to have sleight of hand on a map like this, even though you have a humongous clip size at 18 rounds with extended mags, because 12 plus 50% of that is 18. So even though you've got 18 rounds in the clips, having sleight of hand on is very helpful because it allows you to switch to your secondary very quickly, and that's very helpful when you're using a shotgun, I guess you could say. So that's important. And extreme conditioning is not necessary on a smaller map, but on a bigger map, I don't know why you'd be using a shotgun on a bigger map, but if you are, extreme conditioning is the way to go, at least in my opinion anyways. If you saw my USAS Road to Gold, you saw I was using extreme conditioning on Fallen, and that is the perfect time to use the extreme conditioning. My second perk here is Hardline. Now the two perks you're going to want to look at are either Blast Shield or Hardline. Either one is a good option. The reason I went with Hardline this gameplay though was because I was not really feeling that Blast Shield was really helping me in this lobby I was in. But usually I would use Blast Shield to be hiding from claymores and stuff. But no one was really using claymores or anything explosive in this lobby that I was in trying to get a gameplay. So I decided to switch up to Hardline, and I got a gameplay first game on Carbon here. So Hardline's good if no one's using explosives, but if they are, Blast Shield is necessary. But either one is a good choice. The last perk we got here is Steady Aim. Now Steady Aim is great. And when I say great, that's not even enough to explain how amazing it is, because what it allows you to do is if you want to hip fire someone, you can do it more precisely. And if you want to aim it on sight and kill someone, you can do it quicker. You can do anything you want with this setup, basically, because you have steady aim on, you have a choice. If the guy, now here's my thoughts on this. If the guy's really close to you, I say aim down sight, because if he's really close to you and you miss, you're dead, right? So if you're really close to the guy, the pellets probably will hit even if you aim on sight. Now, I've said this in previous videos, but with the shotguns, a fun little stat is they are equally as accurate, hip fire or aim on sight, but if you put steady aim on, they are more accurate at hip fire than aiming on sight. Now, as amazing as that is, it's a fact. So if a guy's really close to you, being accurate is not nearly as important when a guy's far away from you. Believe me, it's a fact, guys. So if the guy's far away from you, hip fire, because you have more time to just get your shot right on him. And if he's really close to you, then aim on sight. So that's pretty much the KSG 12, guys. I hope I kind of explained to you guys how to use this weapon and how to be effective with it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something today. I'll see you guys next time on Road to Gold. Peace.